Hey guys, and welcome back to the Touchline Podcast. You're probably wondering why is the intro like this today. Due to a few editing difficulties with the previous video, our aim was to put the whole video together of part 1 and part 2, but that could not happen. So the intro will be like this. If you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, click the notification bell so you don't miss a video here on the podcast. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy part 2 of the Once to Watch video, and yeah, enjoy. Alright, now the team that finished 9th, that got knocked out by the Sydney Roosters, the biggest rival is the South Sydney Rabbitohs, and I think the Once to Watch, there was a few plays in mind that I could have went for, like Jack Wyden, but I think Latrell Mitchell is the Once to Watch. 9 tries, 12 try assists last year, a few injuries, suspensions, but yeah, I think it's a big season. I don't think last year was a good season at all. 9 tries, 12 try assists, I think is a good stat to have for a player for me like Xavier Savage. I think that those stats will be good for him, but the standard of Latrell, what he's capable of doing, I think he should be expecting at least 20 try assists plus and 15 tries. That's how good he is. Turbo achieved that stat back in 2021. Barber's done it, Jared Haynes done it, he's done it of course. But Rabbitohs, they need a big season themselves. He needs a big season, especially Blues. They missed him. Really missed him in the State of Origin in 2023 last year, and without him, we lost. If it was in the team, I believe we could have won it. But yeah, he started the season quite poor, and especially, of course, he turned up against Dogs, 3 try assists, 2 tries. He was just unbelievable, and he started to pick up that form later on. He then got injured, I'm pretty sure, and then yeah, he hasn't really clicked towards the end of the season, but it's a big season for him, and especially they've got a good run of fixtures headed at the start of the year, and I think he's key. And if Latrell Mitchell was to get injured, I think Rabbitohs will fail again and fail to miss the finals footy, the top 8. But if Latrell Mitchell is there, he's going to cause lots of damage, and the coach has to get the best out of him. And especially with Jack Wyden, new addition, they've still got Cody Walker, Damien Cook, Cameron Murray. They've got a solid team, and if without Latrell, they'll struggle. With Latrell, they're going to succeed. So it's important Latrell Mitchell doesn't get into any sort of trouble. He remains fit. Hopefully he doesn't get injured too much, which will be good for State of Origin as well. So yeah, Latrell Mitchell, it's a big year for him. I've said on all the players I've been talking about, but yeah, he's my Once to Watch. Alright, I'm going to make this one a bit quick. There's not a lot to say on him, but Parramatta Eels Once to Watch player, I believe, is Sean Russell. Not a lot of you will put him as your Once to Watch, but I believe he's got a bright future. He's a great prospect for Parramatta Eels. He'll learn a lot from the likes of Luke Burt, Parramatta Eels legend. You've got Sivo on the wing as well, teaching him a lot. He's a try scoring machine for me. He came halfway in the season, 8 to 10 tries, I believe so. And what he showed was enough for me to say, yeah, he's first grade material. I was going to put Sean Lane as a Once to Watch, but I'm pretty sure Parramatta fans, if you're watching this right now, I think you could agree in a way. Not a lot of non-Eels fans will agree, but I believe you guys can say that he's a fantastic player. He's got a lot to prove. He's got a lot to give in the NRL, and he's still young, like I've mentioned before. But yeah, he's the One to Watch for me in 2024 for Eels. Now we're almost done, guys. Moving on to the North Queensland Cowboys. I think it's quite simple. Scott Drinkwater, 11 tries, 25 try assists last year. The greatest fullback for me of the season. Of course, Dylan Edwards is up there, but I think he really stood out. 11 tries, like again, 25 try assists. And of course, that 2022 season where they just missed the final, he was pivotal. And yet again, you think Cowboys, they started the season slow, so did he. And you start to question, is that one season wonder? Which it still is, because they missed out finals and they couldn't replicate the season they had back in 2022. But yeah, Scott Drinkwater, yet again, was their player of the season. You got, of course, Tom Dearden was good, Chad Townsend was good, Luciano Leilua, Nanai. So they had, look, they missed out finals, but they did have a pretty decent season. They were on a winning streak, and just slowly towards the end, they struggled to win games. But Scott Drinkwater, is one of the best fullbacks right now in the game. He's probably better than Turbo right now, because Turbo, of course, getting injured. I think he's better than Latrell. Latrell's just a bit off form. The last 2 seasons, no one has been more consistent than Scott Drinkwater. And I remember Dogs were linked to him at one stage back in 2021. And I was really angry that we were linked to him, because especially with the club Dogs were at, we can't sign players like Scott Drinkwater. But yeah, he's proved me wrong. He's turned out to be an incredible player to watch, a very fast attacking player, great defensively, and he's got the vision like not a lot of fullbacks have. So yeah, Scott Drinkwater, great player, and yeah, he's the one to watch next year. Now we move on to the Manly Sea Eagles. There's a lot of players on the list for me. You got Turbo, you got Schuster. He's moved into the second row position because of this man, which is my ones to watch, and it's Luke Brooks. Look, leaving the Tigers, it's a big move for him. He's been scapegoated a lot during his time at the West Tigers. Been very inconsistent. He has good games, he has bad games. He's not been the halfback a lot of people rate. But moving to a team like Manly, I think he's going to learn a lot from Daly Cherry Evans. He was at the Tigers team, which he didn't have a very good combination with an experienced 5'8". But yeah, he's got Daly Cherry Evans. He's a premiership winner player. He's a State of Origin winner player. He's played so many State of Origin games, represented his country. The list can go on. He's, as much as I don't like Daly Cherry Evans, but he's a very good halfback and one of the greats in the game. So Luke Brooks can learn a lot from him. He may be playing 5'8", which most likely he will. He's just been scapegoated a lot, and moving to Manly, I think it's a new chapter, and I think we're really going to see the best of Luke Brooks. He was linked to Dogs, which I wouldn't mind if we had him, but we've got, of course, got Toby Sexton, which I'm more than happy. He's shown us a lot how good Toby Sexton is, and during his time at the Dogs. But Luke Brooks, it's a big season for him. Can't say much about him. But yeah, he's my ones to watch, and if you can get that combination going with Daly Cherry Evans, the coach can get the best out of him, which personally I think Manly had a decent season last year. I think people expected them to do worse, but they've improved, they've developed. Unlike the Dogs where we struggled to improve, Manly achieved to improve. So Luke Brooks, he could guide them to a top 8 with Daly Cherry Evans. That'll be a solid combination. So yeah, he's my ones to watch. Now moving on to the Dolphins, you've got Farnworth and Avrilla. I couldn't choose between them, so I put them as both my ones to watch. 27 tries combined together. They're fantastic players. Farnworth, what he done for Broncos last year was exceptional. Tries, assists, everything. He had the whole package. And same as Jake Averillo. Again, we've said it on the pod, I don't know why we let him go. He bleeds blue and white. He knows the culture. He knows what it means to be a Bulldog. So many tries in the last 3 years. He played fullback, he played centre, he played 5'8", halfback. Every position this kid played, he performed and did not let us down. Yeah, he may have a few games. Lots of players have their bad days, but he had good games more than bad games. So letting him go was a big blow, and I'm sure Broncos fans are angry that they let Farnworth go, but Broncos are in a better position than we are. So I guess they're able to lose a player like him, whereas us, we can't lose our best players, and Averillo was our best. So I think they're going to have a great season, especially under Wayne Bennett. Dolphins need a big season, and with these two additions, they're going to help them drive them to the top 8 if possible. But yeah, they're my ones to watch for Dolphins in 2024. All right, now we've got 4 more clubs left. Now the Gold Coast Titans, I'm going for David Fifita. Now last year, 2023, he was fantastic. 2022, he wasn't the best due to injuries, and 2021 for me was his best season ever. And now with the likes of Hasler being their new coach, I think we're going to see a completely better and improved and fit David Fifita, who last year got 8 tries and 11 line break assists and 41 offloads. And a stat for a second rower like David Fifita, those stats are crazy. And Des Hasler is known for, when he comes to a club, he gets the team running, he gets the team performing, he gets them defensively strong, attackingly good, fast pace. He's a great coach, Hasler, on his day. But are we going to see that every season? Probably not. As well, Hasler has a history where he has one good season and then he slowly fades off and causes problems in the club. But talking about Fifita himself, he's due for a big season again. I think we're going to see, one of the strongest and most dominant performance in a second row in NRL history. I'm telling you, I rate David Fifita so much, and I'm pretty sure you guys too as well. And Hasler, one of the greatest coaches in NRL history, he's going to get the best out of this fit and young prospect, David Fifita. He's a great player, and I believe he's the one to watch for Titans next year, and I believe he could get Daly M next year. Mark my word. Now moving on to my beloved Bulldogs, we're going for Jacob Kira. So many options I could have went for: Stephen Crichton, Taff, Kurtman, Josh Curran, Raymond Fatala-Mariner, Bronson Jerry. So many ones to watch I wanted to put, but I took a moment and I said Jacob Kiraz is the ones to watch heading to next year. As you guys know, we've had that huge debate about Suali'i or Jacob Kiraz, and we stand by that. Jacob Kiraz is better. He started the season so strong, but ended it not the best, but still you can see what Kiraz offered to the team. Yes, he's got 6 tries, 2 try assists, but he was playing with an injury the whole season towards the end, but yet he showed passion, heart, everything. He left everything on that field, and that's what I love about Kiraz. Not a lot of players, when they don't score, when they don't assist, they don't perform, but this guy, even when he doesn't score or provide an assist, he plays with all his heart, he plays with everything he's got, and that's why us Dogs fans love Kiraz, and that's why he's a blue and white. He bleeds blue and white, and he loves the Dogs. And Kiraz, it's a big season for him, so is Serrata, so is the Dogs. Not only himself, Serrata is under immense pressure, and it's so important that he gets the best out of the players. And if our team does perform, I reckon Kiraz could be on that list of most tries in the competition. But again, not sure. We've said that every single year, Dogs fans, where we get too excited, we say there's hope, we're getting top 4, we're winning the premiership, but we're winning it this year. Don't forget 2024 if you don't know the pattern already. But yeah, Jacob Kiraz, I think he's in for a big season. We all love Kiraz, and if our fans can motivate him, if Serrata can get the best out of him, we could see the best of Kiraz. Now moving on to the Dragons, we've got Ben Hunt or Kyle Flanagan as my ones to watch, but I'm going to go for Ben Hunt quickly. Before we get on to Ben Hunt, Kyle Flanagan, I do think he could have a good season. Not the best season, but I think he's going to improve compared to when he was at Roosters and Dogs, especially with the like of his dad with him, Shane Flanagan. And you look at Nathan and Ivan Cleary, what they built at Penrith, 3 premierships in a row. They've won, they made 4 grand finals, and I believe that Kyle Flanagan, Shane Flanagan won't make many grand finals as what Panthers did, but I think they're gonna build something at Dragons, something special, which we haven't seen a lot from the Dragons. And I blame the board and the coaches they've been hiring in recent years, why they've been performing so low. And I do believe Dragons have an underrated squad. You've got Moses Sully, however you pronounce it, you've got Tyron Sloan, you've got DeBellin, you've got Ben Hunt, you've got Jack Bird, so many players, Zach Lomax. So it's a very underrated squad, which I think with Shane Flanagan, they're going to succeed. And especially with Ben Hunt, one of the greatest halfbacks in the game over the last 10 years. And he's done it on Australia level, he's done it on State of Origin level, he's done it at Broncos, guided them to a grand final. Yeah, they didn't win it, but still achieving and making a grand final is a great accomplishment. So Ben Hunt, he sorted everything. He's staying at the Dragons for another year. He wanted to go back to home, Queensland, either Broncos, Cowboys or Titans, but that's all done. Shane Flanagan has convinced him to stay, and he's due for a big season. And if Shane Flanagan can get the best out of Ben Hunt, I think it could be a very, very good season and could be my dark horses heading into 2024. Because Shane Flanagan has a good record. He's won Sharks the premiership, and I think he can end this drought for Dragons. Last time they won it was in 2020, which is 14 years ago. So they're due for a big year. They need to make it finals, same like with the Dogs, same with the Tigers. These teams need to start performing, or it's just going to get worse every single year if things don't change. So Ben Hunt, he's due for a big season, and Shane Flanagan is key to getting him to perform every single week and guiding him to the finals. So yeah, here's my ones to watch. Now, to wrap up things, it's the West Tigers, and it's a new signing, their new halfback, all 5'8", is Aidan Caesar. And Aidan Caesar, he's a good player. Back in the days when he played for Raiders, he guided them to the grand final back in 2019. He's a fantastic player, and I've always wished that Dogs were to approach him. Ever since Hodgkinson left the club, I've always kept my eye on Aidan Caesar because he is really a good player, a halfback that likes to control things. His kicking game is fantastic. He's got the vision. He's a very underrated and good experienced halfback, which Tigers need at this moment. Yes, they've lost Luke Brooks to Manly, but he's a fantastic replacement. If they were to sign someone like let's say Kyle Flanagan, I think that would have been a downgrade, but I think this is a perfect replacement. He can settle the ship and allow Tigers to play the way they want to and how they've been playing back in the days where Tigers were a great team. So it's, again, Benji Marshall has to get the best out of him. Benji Marshall has played this position. We know how good Benji Marshall is. And Aidan Caesar, he's at an old age, but I still think he's got enough in him to guide Tigers to maybe at least competing with the top 8. Not going to say they're going to have a good season, but you never know in NRL. Last year was a season full of surprises. Warriors, Knights making it to final series. Top 5, actually, they finished. So Aidan Caesar, I like him. He's a great player, and I think it's going to be a much better season. I still think they're not going to go as far as maybe 13th. But again, if they finish 13th, that's an improvement because the last 2 years they finished wooden spoon. So Aidan Caesar, He's an important player, and I think Benji Marshall can guide him with Aiden Caesar to a fantastic season. So yeah, he's my one to watch for West Tigers in 2024. Well, that's a wrap to another Touchline podcast video. If you enjoyed these sort of videos, drop down your comments, leave a like, and also give us other options of what videos you'd like us to see. But yeah, part 2 is done and dusted. If you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, leave a like, and yeah, Touchline out.